welcome to the second episode of It's Not My Fault This Podcast Is Not Popular. I'm Muse.
I'm Justin.
And, so, it's been a little while since the first episode. Had a couple things going on, stuff happening. What's been up with you, Justin?
Oh, a lot of things have been going up with me since the last time we talked. For starters, oh my god, Fire Emblem Fates is coming. What? What is this?
Yay!
What is this? What is happening? And no, I'm gonna let you know right now, I have not tried to listen to the remix from the Wii U version of Smash Brothers. Honestly, I haven't. Gotta believe me.
I'm distracted by my cat in the background.
I feel like I heard a meow. Yeah, that's yeah. This is
special. Host is my cat Cookie in the background.
I guess the meows are high.
Yes, she's hearing me talking, so she thinks I'm talking to her. So she's saying hi. So if that continues, that's what's up with that. We'll talk about this later in the podcast, but for the last 2 weeks, I was mostly working on cosplay for Anime Los Angeles, and just getting all my stuff for that together, and then being there, and I had a really good time. But yeah, I'll talk about that.
Yes,
later
I'm curious to hear about your Undertale trash stories. Really,
yes.
Really interested.
Yes, I was Undertale trash that week, but yeah, again, that'll be later. The other thing that I got up to that I'd like to mention is I watched Erased. I marathoned.
Welcome to the winter season.
Episodes.
Welcome to the winter season.
I'm finally part of the winter season. And like last time, where I was just like, it's okay. Now I'm like, oh wow, this is a good show. This is a really good show.
And you watched episode 5, right?
Yeah, I watched episode 5. I marathoned the whole thing a little bit after episode 5 came out, and I can kind of see what people are saying about the dip in episode 5, but I'm still really invested. I think since I watched all of them together, that dip wasn't as intense for me. But I don't know.
I was just surprised we ended up going back to present-day Satoru. That's a little bit what was surprising to me. Mm-hmm. But otherwise...
Yeah, I thought they were going to stay there.
Yeah, but otherwise, I didn't actually mind the episode. It was nice to just see, familiar characters again. And also to not forget that, hey, his current reality is, he's blamed for killing his mother. Can't avoid that.
I also like that it sets it up that he can jump back between what is his present and the past, and then kind of see what changes and what works. Is it's established that yes, he can change the future at least a little bit. So that'll be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah.
The butterfly effect and all that.
Right.
But yeah, I'm really into that show now. So.
Yes. So that means you all should go watch it. Just go watch. If you haven't watched it already, because it's so hyped or whatever. Please watch it. It's actually really good.
It's really worth the hype.
Really good.
And the fact that even the one episode that people are kind of ragging about, even that is probably some of the best stuff I've seen this season so far.
I even saw one criticism this is really a little nitpicky and stuff like that. But that when you have little nitpicks, that can tell you that there's not that much to worry about. It's just okay, there's something that throws you up, but overall, the show is still pretty good. Yeah,
it's not a problem in that, it feels like the show's going to suddenly go off the rails and completely undo all the cool stuff it's been doing so far. It's just, it wasn't as good, but I get the feeling it's going to pick up again.
Mm-hmm. Anything else you've been catching up with?
Let me think. No, I think Erased just blew everything else out of my mind.
Okay. Well, the only other thing that, I guess, for the winter season that I had finished was Tabamachi Late Show. This is short, by Comics Wave, which, if you heard of Comics Wave Films, you may have thought about Makoto Shinkai, who has directed a couple of films under that studio.
It's 5 centimeters per second and all that, yeah.
Yep. So these are just basically shorts, which has a theme about goodbyes. And I'm not going to say Tabamachi Late Show is the greatest thing ever. It's not. It's okay. It's nothing really special. But it only is 7 minutes and 50 seconds. The third episode for that series is amazing. It's I can't even. The thing is, it's so hard to actually talk about the episode without spoiling what happens, because you have to legitimately watch it just to find out why it's actually really that good. but
Mm-hmm.
the themes were pretty interesting. And I feel like if you need a quick show to watch, if you have like if you have 30 minutes, I think you should just check out Tabamachi Late Show.
Cool. All right, so let's get started on our topics for today. First up is one that I think I saw this like right after I got back from Anime Los Angeles, and I was pretty surprised to see that the Funimation losing the rights to Fullmetal Alchemist. It looks like.
Yeah, that's.
Well, I didn't dig too much into the details there. They're stopping the streams.
Yeah, in March.
Channels.
In March, yeah.
Right. I haven't heard anything about sales of the DVDs. I know they did that big.
The big box
big
set
release, big DVD release.
Yeah, but they did that for the first Fullmetal Alchemist.
Yeah, that was what I was going to ask. That was for the first anime series, not for Brotherhood.
Yeah.
So is it specifically just Brotherhood, or have they
It's
lost
just
the entire
it's just Brotherhood.
It's
Brotherhood and Conqueror Shamballa, the movie. And they announced, Funimation confirmed to Anime News Network that they still have the rights to 2003, the first Fullmetal Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
So that's fine. It's just that they now lost what some might consider the better series, or I would just say the series that's a little bit more closer to the manga than anything else.
Yeah, that there are people who are in the 2003 adaptation camp, that for a lot of people that was their gateway show, or the one they have really fond memories of for being in the fan base. And then there's people in the Brotherhood camp saying, well, this is the one that's more accurate to the manga.
Yeah. But still, either way, like this isn't a joke loss. This is, it's one of the more significant losses in probably recent memory. Like, when you think about it, it's like, oh wow, it's pretty bold to say it's one of the bigger losses in recent memory. It's Fullmetal Alchemist. Like
that's a huge
title.
Like,
we can make jokes about this a little bit. Like, there are like all these mainstream sites that like list all these top 10 lists. Fullmetal Alchemist is going to be in it. There's a reason why. It's not like one of those like Bleach or Naruto. It's actually a really good shonen series, and it feels like that's one of the tentpole series for Funimation.
Yeah, that's what got so surprising about that, because it's such a huge title for them, and they've handled it for so long.
And now it seems like Aniplex is gonna get the rights to that, and then speculation is gonna say that they're gonna sell that and price it up to, like, you have to literally sacrifice an arm and a leg just to buy the series. And no, I did not mean to make that joke. I'm sorry. I did not mean to make that FMA joke. That was completely accidental. I'm serious.
That is an fortunately accurate joke. But yeah, that's the other half of it. That I saw a lot of chatter, people starting to wonder if Aniplex is trying to take the Kodansha route of just taking their titles. They say Kodansha in terms of manga licenses in this case.
Right.
They don't really have the anime arm, but way back when Kodansha took back their licenses from Tokyo Pop, and now they have their own branch, US based, and they just handled all their own stuff. A lot of people are wondering if Aniplex wants to do that now with its own titles.
Yeah.
Especially with Brotherhood, even though Funimation has been the one who's handled that for so long, that they can say, you know what, never mind, we're going to do it ourselves.
Yeah.
For like, $600 box sets. And that'll get some people riled up, I'm sure. I mean, Aniplex is way out of my budget, so I don't have an opinion on it either way. Because I know I can't afford it.
They just sell anything I really want. Aside from Kill la Kill, that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. That's pretty much all I want anything from Aniplex for.
Yeah. They do have a good lineup of titles, but it is so out of my budget that whenever I see they have something, I just stop considering it. I do appreciate that they keep streams available, though.
Well, not everything, though. That's the problem.
Not everything, but for a lot of things. Like, for instance, I could still go watch Kill la Kill.
But then you top this Funimation news. This Fullmetal Alchemist news off with the fact that Funimation is losing more licenses. Like, they lost the rights to Darker and Black. Mm-hmm. They lost the rights to Baccano. So it's just like, what's going on with Aniplex and Funimation? You can't really say that they're not having a relationship together, because they are streaming some titles together. Like this week, this season, I believe Erase is streaming on Funimation, as well as like Crunchyroll and stuff like that. So you can't say, oh, there's like some sort of relationship lost there, but maybe this is more Aniplex Japan than Aniplex America. But
Yeah, that's the part that's a little weird, because they clearly still have a good working relationship, but we're not sure what the intent is. Because it's, well, the things with, like, obviously I do not know the details of stuff with, like, Darker Than Black, but, obviously that interest in that has waned over the years, maybe it just expired.
And didn't Darker...
it's out, but...
I'm sorry, I feel like, wasn't there like a complete series edition that that Funimation released for Darker and Black? I feel like there was a complete series set they just released, so I feel like, okay, maybe Darker and Black is like, huh? Why Aniplex? Why?
Yeah, okay, that is a good point, because I do not know if there was any recent releases, but I just kind of think in terms of when the original release was, and I know it was pretty popular when it first came out, but I don't really see a lot of interest in it anymore, so I could see them just letting that go in terms of just general interest and bottom line. But the Fullmetal Alchemist one, like, there is no way that Funimation was cool with just letting that go. There's no way there's a lot of interest there.
And then I just want to like add a little bit, like, it feels like the Bakiano timing is a little unfortunate, because the light novel is going to get released by Yen Press this year, so it's like,
Yeah, that seems like kind of unfortunate. Yeah, I agree. That's unfortunate timing. And there's still a lot of love for that series as well.
Yes.
So, yep. Just who knows? Maybe Aniplex is trying to get stronger in their own licenses over here. But it's one of those only time can tell sort of things. But that's...
Yeah, you have to see.
It's a big one to take right out the gate.
Yeah, like, that's... Like, I think there are some probably who aren't looking at this like, no, it's not maybe that serious, because maybe Aniplex will actually like have separate standard editions and premium editions. But either, it doesn't matter if Aniplex gets the rights back. This has been like a Funimation title for years and years, like starting back from the original in what was it, 2002, 2003, right? Yeah, 2003.
Yeah.
Starting since then, and now it's 2016. Funimation doesn't have the rights to Brotherhood anymore. Like, I think they even still had the website. Funimation has their own Fullmetal Alchemist website too, so it's significant.
I think for younger fans who I know of some younger fans who are familiar with Brotherhood, but the 2003 series, that was huge. That's a huge tentpole in the anime community, especially with slightly older fans. So this news, I felt like that shook, the older fans a bit more, that we were just kind of like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's always been their thing. So, yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what they have planned for that, I guess, if anything. But it is good to know that they do still have the original anime series, even though people have mixed feelings on it nowadays.
Right. But I should just say that first series is still pretty good. I'll just say that.
Oh yeah, no, it's great. I still love that. I have mixed feelings on the ending now.
Right.
It kind of requires you to go watch the movie.
Yeah.
And it's its own thing. But as a standalone series, it does a really good job.
Right.
Okay, so next is and I didn't get to see this myself, but the Love Live English broadcast just exploded Annie Twitter the other day.
Oh no.
What was it? We got the announcement and the cast list, and then, oh, by the way, it's going to be airing in English tonight, the night of that announcement, which was how many days ago now? Like only like 3 or 4 days ago now?
On Mnet.
Yeah.
What's Mnet?
I don't know what it is, but I don't have it.
I knew what it was. They used to air anime there, but I haven't checked that channel in years. So I'm like, wait, what?
Okay, so there is a little bit of a precedent for having an anime there.
They've had anime there before. It's just that they haven't, like, the last anime I remember them airing was Harui Suzumiya.
Wow.
That's
So that was a while ago.
Yeah.
It was like mid 2000s.
No. It was this century. I mean, this time. Yes, 2010. That range, 2010, 2014.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was in that range where they aired it. Might have just been like an old episode, because they probably had the rights to that for a while. But yeah. Okay, I'm a little bit disappointed you didn't, or you wasn't able to watch it, because that basically means I'm the only one that's going to talk about it, isn't it?
Well, I saw some clips of the voice acting from, because I have a couple of friends who are really into Love Live, and not just the Annie Twitter people who are probably listening to this. A couple people on Tumblr as well, and they recorded off their TVs, not recording like with a box off the TV, but like with their phones, their television, to get clips of the voice acting to share with people, and just from those little tiny clips, I thought it sounded okay. Like, it wasn't great, but I feel that way about a lot of first episodes of dubs, and that it takes a little bit of time for the actors to, get into their roles and such. So I'm reserving judgment. I don't think it was terrible from what very little I heard. I don't think it was the worst dub I've ever heard in my entire life, which is what Twitter seemed to decide it was.
Well, I've seen the opposite. Like, I feel like I mostly just seen people saying that it was decent, not the worst.
Yeah, that's my opinion on it. That it sounded okay to me. It sounded perfectly serviceable.
Well, from the person who actually watched the episode,
yes,
that's what the perspective I want to get. It was okay. I cringed a little bit when they started trying to pronounce like Japanese names a little bit, like Honoka's sister pronounced the school's name, which is very long. I'm not gonna. Was it Otonosaki High? I think it was. Yeah, it's pretty long, but yeah, pronounced that was a little bit. But then otherwise, it was fine. The real issue I had, honestly, was when, you know how in the actual the Japanese and the Japanese version with the subs and everything, like when they go to the eye catch and they say Love Live, the school in Japanese, when they say it in English, I was like, wow, this sounds so horrible.
I didn't see that.
It was pretty bad.
How can you mess that up? It's just they're English words.
I mean, to me, it may just be me, honestly. It may just be me, but it sounded pretty bad. Like I didn't know you could screw it up, but it felt like it was really, to me, it was very annoying. Like it just was. It might be different for some of the people, but to me, it was just annoying. It's like, why did they do this? But then that wasn't really the big thing that was a problem for me. Well, the biggest, like, that might be the second biggest problem, but that's probably minor in the grand scheme of things. The biggest issue is the fact that they didn't finish the episode. They had 30 minutes to actually show the anime, and they couldn't even get to the ending.
Really?
So what happened was, like, if you looked at the scheduling, they had like a different show there, but they did show that they had Love Live. It was on TV, etc., etc. But it had 30 minutes, so they showed the first episode twice. The first time they showed it at 9:00 Eastern time, they didn't finish the ending. They instead jumped straight to they repeated it again. They repeated the first episode again, so they didn't get to the ending. So that means it ended really weirdly. So when I noticed,
I am so confused. That is so weird.
It's very weird. And then I was thinking, okay, so they didn't show the ending for this. What are they gonna do about for the one at 9:30? So I didn't watch that entire episode again, but I turned back to see if they actually had the ending for the 9:30 one. They got as far as to where they had the 3D models of the characters singing. That was it. They ended it right there. They went next to the next TV episode. The big thing is they had so many commercials for that block that I was like, are they gonna finish this episode? Lo and behold, they didn't finish the episode.
Yeah, that was gonna be my question. I was gonna ask, were they airing commercials in there? Because if the anime is not, made set up with, an American time frame. Like, we get like half-hour episodes and more like 20 because we get 10 minutes worth of commercials.
Yeah.
And anime is more like 25 minutes, so...
Yeah. And then what happened was, like, every time there was an eye catch, they would go to commercial. Then they would show, like, maybe 4, maybe 5 commercials, then get back to the show. And then there was multiple eye catches in this episode, so... that meant more. Or what's the multiple eye
catches? They
catches?
Just kept cutting away.
Yeah, they kept cutting away, and then they go back, and then you get to the end, and they go to sing.
Yeah, but you can't take like a normal length of commercial break.
Yeah, it's like, what are they doing? Like, do they? It's clear they haven't aired an anime in a long time. How about that? It's very clear. Or
So they need to work out the timing.
yeah,
of it.
I don't. Now I'm trying to remember because it's been a long time since I watched the first episode of Love Lives, but the first the Japanese. I don't know if it was that long. That's the thing. It should be like what 24, 25 minutes, right?
It should be, from what I remember. It's been a very long time for me too, but it was a standard length.
Yeah, but that basically told me this was definitely a last minute addition to the schedule. That's all it told me when they couldn't finish the ending. But otherwise, it was okay. I mean, more anime on TV is always interesting. It's just that why is it on freaking Mnet? That's basically the only thing I wonder. But I mean, can't really complain. I can DVR it now, so there you go.
Yep. All right. So yeah, that was the announcement that shook any Twitter.
For what? 3 hours? Maybe 3-4 hours at least.
Something like that. Yeah. I just look at Twitter right before I go to work and just, oh, okay. I guess we're doing Love Live Day.
Love Live Day.
That was interesting.
Did you happen to see any Love Live characters at Anime Los Angeles?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
There were a lot. Yes. Okay, so let's get into Anime Los Angeles. So this was my first time going. I've been interested in it for a few years now. I haven't been able to go for one reason or another. I was finally able to go this year. This year was also the year where they had to move locations. They're not in Los Angeles anymore. They're in Ontario, and it was in the Ontario Convention Center.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
So it's called Anime Los Angeles, but they're in Ontario?
They are now, yes. It used to be, I do not remember the name, but it used to be based out of a hotel in Los Angeles. But it's grown to such a point where they needed to move to a convention center, and the Ontario Convention Center was the one they picked.
So they couldn't call it Anime Ontario?
No, because I think they're just, it's like branding or something now, I guess. it's known as Anime Los Angeles. They just moved. It's weird.
Branding is the worst thing ever. There you go. Continue.
As this was their 12th year, I think, so I think that's why we can't change the name or something. Obviously, I don't know the details, but yeah, I was like, I'm going to Anime Los Angeles in Ontario.
Yeah.
But that said, that was my first time in the Ontario Convention Center, and it's a nice little convention center. Got 2 floors, got plenty of space for dealers hall and panels and all kinds of stuff. Also, it's a mid-sized con. It was a nice sized con. It wasn't really intense with a ton of people. Because I've only been going to Anime Expo for the last few years. My very first con was a mid-sized con that doesn't exist anymore. So this kind of reminded me of that experience of going to a mid-sized con, actually being able to find people and get into the places where I wanted to go and all that without, being wall-to-wall with people constantly. Which was really nice. The convention, it has a couple little unique quirks to it. They have themes, and they also give out ribbons. Well, I'll talk about the themes first, since that was our transition from Love Live. The theme this year was idols.
Oh, perfect.
So there were a ton of Love Live cosplayers. I saw people, actually, doing the dances and everything. There were, what else did I see? There were a lot of Osomatsu-san cosplayers, which for some reason I didn't think I would see, but those costumes are so simple that I don't know why I didn't think I was going to see people doing that. There were a lot of really good cosplays of that. What else? Other than Undertale, which is what I did. For the day and a half I was there. There was a lot of Undertale, oh my god.
Oh my god.
I went to the meetup, there were over 200 people at the meetup.
Oh my god.
It was absolutely ridiculous. They had to stop us.
So what you're saying is there needs to be an Undertale anime at some point, right? That's what needs to happen,
there should
right?
be, yes. Undertale should be officially anime. It's like honorary anime at this point. It should be officially anime. But what else did I see? There was a couple Metal Gear cosplayers, from 5 specifically. Lots of Kingdom Hearts I saw.
Gotta be some Final Fantasy in there, right?
Yeah, there was a Final Fantasy meet before the Undertale meet. There was that as well. I think I saw and people have commented on this before, that, there's a lot of video game cosplay at anime conventions.
Yes.
And, so I saw mostly, video game cosplay, and I contributed to that, being in Undertale cosplay.
Because you were trash. I think that's how it works, right?
I have tripped and fallen into Undertale hell, and I'm not getting out
Oh
anytime
boy.
soon.
But okay. Since this is like your big, like I know you cosplay at Anime Expo, but I guess is this like your like big time of like just cosplaying at Anime Los Angeles?
Well, that was the only thing I brought, because I was only there for a day and a half, and I was there the day of the Undertale cosplay meetup, so I only brought 2 cosplays with me.
Okay.
One was the player character, the other was a spoiler character who I will not say on this podcast, but if you follow my Twitter, then you've already seen it.
Great. Everything is a spoiler.
Everything's a spoiler. No, that is the spoiler.
Oh boy.
That character I cosplayed as. They're a pretty big spoiler. But that was more or less a test run for Anime Expos. I'm planning on bringing those characters again to Anime Expo. It was testing out props and glowing hearts and things like that.
Did you do anything anime related at Anime Los Angeles?
I looked at the dealer's hall for DVDs. Yeah, I felt I felt a little bad. I wasn't really doing anime things at an anime con, but I had a lot of fun. The other thing that's unique to Anime Los Angeles is the badge ribbons.
Okay.
They give out, there are a number of different ways you can get badge ribbons. You can get them from staff members, from panels, but it's kind of evolved into its own little unique culture where cosplayers will also give out badge ribbons, for like answering little trivia questions about the series that they're cosplaying from, or like, or just doing something with them or whatever. So I have a bunch of badge ribbons from other Undertale cosplayers, because I did silly things related to the game with them. I think that's really interesting. Like, I've heard of, badge ribbons at other conventions, but I haven't heard it being done in the same way that Anime Los Angeles does it. I've heard a little whispering that some of that has started happening at KatsuCon now, which I think is awesome. I think more conventions should do that kind of thing, because it adds a little, like interactive layer where it's more than just, like, take, at least with cosplayers, not just, let's take a picture, or can I take your picture? Just like, tell me a bad pun and I will give you this Skelebros ribbon from Undertale, just something silly like that. That makes it a lot of fun. So I really enjoyed it, even though I was there for only a day. I really liked the community feeling at the convention. I liked, being able to just walk around and enjoy myself and enjoy the other, people there, other cosplays, dealers' halls. Even though it was their first year at the convention, and I've seen a couple comments of people saying, oh, it's not as smoothly run as their other years, I thought they did an excellent job. But, again, I am used to Anime Expo, where everything that can go wrong goes wrong every year. So to me, I was like, this is perfect, but I do honestly think that they did a great job, and I'm already planning on going again next year, so I'm hoping that this will be another regular con for me.
Well, you think they'll call it Anime Ontario next year?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that name's stuck now. Although people also call it Anime LA, although that still doesn't match Ontario, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens.
So, has anything else happened to catch your interest in the past couple weeks, Muse?
Well, one news story that I want to bring attention to, which is kind of related to what I was just talking about with cosplay, that's come up. There is someone who is impersonating as an ANN staff member to try and get inappropriate photos of cosplayers.
Woohoo! That sounds not good.
Yeah.
Sounds pretty bad,
and,
actually.
Yeah, and unfortunately this kind of thing is a regular occurrence within the cosplay community. If you are a cosplayer of any skill level, you will get solicited by creeps. When I first started cosplaying, like, I put my first photos up online, like, they weren't even good, they were just selfies of me. I got some random guy trying to give me a modeling contract and saying he was a professional photographer. I looked at his Facebook page, and the only things there were pictures of an underage girl.
Okay.
I just went, nope.
Never mind.
And blocked him and just, like, U-turned the heck out of there. But this kind of thing does happen a lot because you get people who misunderstand the cosplay hobby and see, like, an easy way to get, you know, weird pictures of people. And that is definitely not what this hobby is about. So it's just one of those things, just be aware that there's someone trying this. I've also seen posts of a guy going around soliciting Katsucon cosplayers with badly misspelled messages, basically stating the same thing. I'm not sure if this is the same guy or not, who's just trying a different name, but this kind of thing happens a lot. This also happened last year at Anime Expo. A guy tried to get some underage girls to come to his room, saying he was going to take some cosplay photos for them for free. They did the right thing and reported him to staff, and last I heard he was arrested, which good.
Conclusion.
Good conclusion. This is one of those unfortunate regular occurrences. And so I just want to, you know, further signal boost that out there that, you know, creeps exist. Double check everything. Even if someone does turn out to be legitimate, if they ask you to do something that you are not comfortable with, you don't have to. You can just walk out. You know, you don't need them. And also just as a reminder to everybody out there, there are a lot of underage, I'm not going to say children, but there are underage people in the cosplay community, and they're just trying to have fun and dress up as their favorite characters and connect more with a hobby that means a lot to them. And if you're the kind of creep who's trying to take advantage of that, you deserve what's coming to you. You know, do not take advantage of that fun.
Like, they're a different type of trash. That's basically what they are.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. They are trash as far as I'm concerned. No arguments there. And so yeah, this is just a general signal boost out there to anybody who might be getting that kind of solicitation and, you know, doesn't know the warning signs. You know, be aware that, you know, that kind of thing is not normal. Anyone who tells you so, that is not true. You don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable with. And also, you know, report, block, call police, do what you gotta do. Just don't let a creep ruin your hobby.
Right.
So, yep.
Okay.
Now that that's out of the way.
Yep.
So what's caught your interest, Justin?
Just a few things. Just like, I think a couple of these happened last week, but first, Viz is gonna put some manga at Walmart and Best Buy. Crystalina had wrote an article about that, saying if it's Twitter is a good thing or it's unnecessary, and I'm like, well, you know, having more manga at places is a good thing. Let's embrace it. Like, you can always have more titles available for people to actually pick up and buy, I think. But I'm just wondering, why Best Buy?
Yeah, I can kind of imagine how this is gonna work at Walmart, at least visually. Like, it's like, okay, they've got that little paperback section, so it'll be part of that.
And Walmart has stocked, I believe they have stocked manga before, just not like a lot of manga, but they've stocked manga before. But yeah, Best Buy.
Best Buy, I have no clue. I have no clue how that's gonna work.
It's like, what, you're gonna just like sell their Kindle stuff over there or something like that, like digitally?
Yeah, I don't know, because it's like you walk into a Best Buy, it's, you know, it's mostly just a storefront for bigger electronics.
It's like okay, I can see a camera, I gotta see a TV, I can see a video game, I see manga. Wait, is that like a book? Is that like a comic book? Oh, okay, I can actually tear the. Wait, but this is paper. I thought things are like handheld and electronic and everything. Yeah, I don't.
The only books I've ever seen at a Best Buy are like how-to guides or video game walkthrough guides, and that has greatly diminished within the last few years, so I don't know where they're even going to put it.
Well, they might find a place, who knows, but
yeah. I might just go and see.
Yeah, like when I think Best Buy, I definitely don't think comics, and then I especially don't think manga. So good on Viz. I'm not. Viz is being boss right now. Getting Naruto on Steam, just going, putting manga in Walmart. They're on a roll right now. The only thing they probably had a misstep on was what happened last year with Sailor Moon, but they're rolling out right now. That's for sure.
They're really putting it out there. They're really going for, you know, the mainstream exposure, and you gotta. I respect that. I think it's been great so far.
So okay, that's one thing that caught my eye, because I'm definitely interested to see where that goes. Other thing is a little bit personal. Well, okay, not that personal. Barakamon, its prequel, Honda-kun, is getting an anime, so that got me hyped because the manga is actually really funny. Like I read the first volume of Honda, Session Honda, and his growth in school, and it was hilarious. Like you know about Attack on Titan Junior High, and I actually did not like the manga that much. Mm-hmm. Like I enjoy it on the fact that it breaks the fourth wall so many times, but I don't think it's actually that funny. Honda-kun is
yeah, that's
funny.
one of its selling factors for me.
Honda-kun is legitimately hilarious, and now they're gonna animate it. I'm just hoping they can actually replicate the jokes well. But yeah,
that's always the key. Yeah.
Gotta see Session Honda in this state of his life. You have to see that in animated form.
Yeah, I'll have to check that out. Just don't talk to me about what they did with Junior High's jokes.
Oh, you don't want to see Levi just singing to the Titans again? Is that not a good moment?
No, that was not a good moment for me. No, I will check that out. That should be interesting to see.
Okay. So any other thoughts? Anything that you may have wanted to mention?
Nope, nothing else. I'm still in cosplay hell, Undertale hell.
Okay.
Gonna watch more animes. I actually have anime things to contribute next time. Or just Fire Emblem things probably next time.
Next week's gonna be in 2 weeks. It's gonna be the Fire Emblem Fates podcast. Got Birthright, got Conquest, got was it Revelation? No. Birthright, Conquest, and Revelation. Yeah, okay. Revelation is the third one, just coming in March. Okay, so first is Birthright, then it's Conquest. Look, so next in 2 weeks, guys, Fire Emblem Faces is gonna be a podcast. Gonna talk about just how much we merit our characters, or how much the hard mode is really hard, or the lunatic is really hard too, and a bunch of Fire Emblem stuff. That's basically what the next podcast is going to be. What is anime? We don't know what anime is. I'm sorry.
Who knows what anime is?
We don't know.
This is suddenly a video game podcast.
It turns into a video game podcast. I'm sorry. My only final thought, I guess, was that the past couple weeks, like we talked earlier about Baccano, how that was going to end on Funimation. I watched it before it actually ended on Funimation. And the only thing I have a problem with is why it took me so long to actually sit down and watch the show, because it is pretty amazing. It's definitely a show I should have watched many years ago and never did. Like I've been told, just you should watch it. Didn't watch it. Like my anime club showed Baccano for a couple episodes, and I was interested. Still didn't watch it. Now when Funimation decides they want to go remove the show, I decided to watch it, and I am just blown away. Well,
now you know.
Well, I wouldn't say I wasn't blown away immediately. It took until episode 4 until I really got into it. Then when episode 4 happened after that, I was like, oh my god, so amazing.
Yeah, I had the same experience. It took me a little bit, but then when it gets you, it gets you. It's good.
It's like
some good stuff.
It's like,
yeah, everybody go watch that. Everybody go watch Erased, and everybody go play Undertale if you haven't.
Yes.
I'm just gonna throw that in there. You can't escape.
Yes.
It's everywhere on the internet.
It is everywhere. Oh, are you gonna stream
here?
Oh, wait, that's right. Are you gonna stream Undertale again? I'm really excited to see if you're gonna do a little bit better streaming this time.
I don't know anymore. I want to, but my computer is so old.
Uh-oh.
Like, part of me just wants to spam Twitter, but spoilers, and I don't want to do that with spoilers.
Uh-oh.
We'll see. I don't know. We'll see if I can figure that out. If not, I'll probably just do my own thing. This is a high replay game for me, and I can already feel in the future some people judging me for that statement. But it's pretty replayable when you get over your guilt for replaying it. But yeah, other than that, other than guilting people into playing Undertale, I will watch some anime and have some anime stuff for next time. Play Fire Emblem, all that good stuff. Yell about Erased, whatever.
Yeah, one or the other. That's what's gonna happen.
Alright, so I guess that wraps it up. So, once again, I'm Muse. You can find me at Subdued Fangirl on Twitter and most other social media outlets.
I'm Justin. I go by Kami I should say that again. Kami _Nomi on Twitter. You can find me just ranting about Fire Emblem.
Yep, so yeah, you can follow us there, ranting about all kinds of stuff, not just anime, some of the stuff that bled into this podcast today. And check out the OASG as well for all the updates and news articles, all that kind of stuff. We got our writers covering all that interesting stuff. Some of the things we talked about today, including the Best Buy, Walmart manga situation. Yep, that's it. So, thanks for listening.
Take care.
See you next time.
Or will we see you next time?
Dun dun dun.